This video is on hydrates, how to name and write the formulas for them. Make sure you're taking good notes, especially all the examples, as I go through this. So a hydrate is a molecule that has some loosely held water molecules that are chemically bonded to them. There's a typo there, this line shouldn't be there. So we've got these water molecules loosely held to an ionic compound. That does not mean they are, like you'd think, in solution or dissolved in liquid water. It just means there are water molecules there. We have a lot of these in our back room where we keep our chemicals, and they are solids. So they're going to be written like this. So you've got CuSO4, you'll see a little dot, and then a number for how many waters. So in this case, 5 H2Os. So that there are 5 waters that are bonded to this copper 2 sulfate. So when you're naming them, the ionic compound, you just name that in like normal. So that's like this right here. So that's why this is written copper 2 sulfate, just like we've been learning. To indicate how many waters, we use a prefix. So after the ionic name, you add hydrate and a prefix, so pre meaning before, to indicate how many waters. Okay, so hydrate is water. So you need to know what these prefixes are. And these are the same prefixes you'll actually use later on in naming molecular compounds. So it's good to know these. So the prefix for 1 would be mono. 2 would be di. 3 is tri. You've probably heard a lot of these before. 4, a lot of students think quad, which is a prefix for, or does mean 4, but we're going to use tetra, just like we did in our shapes. Okay, 5 is going to be penta. Think about your geometry for some of these terms. 6 is hexa. 7 is hepta. 8 is octa. 9 is nona. And 10 is deca. So we'll just have 1 through 10. So make sure you work on knowing these. Alright, so let's do an example of each way, writing the name and writing the formula. So let's start with given a name, how to write the formula. So let's say our name is sodium. Let's do nitrate. And it's decahydrate. Okay, so we've got 3 parts to this. So first we name our ionic compound. That's this. The same way we've been doing it. So sodium, sometimes it helps to write out the ions, as we're still learning, is +1 based on where it is in the periodic table. Nitrate, polyatomic ion. How do I know that? Because it ends in 8. Is NO3 - 1. So when we combine those, we're going to get NaNO3, 1 of each. And now we have to indicate the waters. So I'm going to put a little dot, kind of like a multiplication dot. And the deca prefix means you have 10. So I have 10. Hydrate means there's water. So 10 H2O. So there's our formula. So let's do one the reverse way. I'm going to give you a formula and let's try to write the name. So let's say we have BaOH taken twice and a little dot 8H2O. Okay. So first we name our ionic compound right here. So I like to split it apart. Ba is our first part of our cation, so that's barium. Okay, barium not a transition metal, so no Roman numeral. OH is hydroxide. Okay. So now we have to say that there are 8 waters. So 8, the prefix is octa. So we'd have octahydrate. And that's how to write names and formulas for hydrates.